Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Rather than assert their sovereignty and a limit to what Europeans can logically withstand, European leaders are applying more pressure on their citizens. A proposed law in Germany would give the police the power to enter people's homes without their permission in order to conduct a suitability check to see if the accommodation could be used to house asylum seekers. Journalist Gunnar Schupelius writes that he found that the Senate Chancellery has actually proposed altering German law, which currently forbids police from entering a home against the owner's permission without a warrant or unless it's to avert imminent danger. The proposal would add a paragraph stating the regulatory authorities and the police can enter to check the suitability for accommodation of refugee land, buildings, or parts thereof without the consent of the owner, if the threat for the prevention of homelessness is required. Germany is currently struggling to find new accommodation for the hundreds of thousands of migrants pouring into the country. Some German citizens who live in social housing have been given eviction notices in order to make way for asylum seekers. Migrants are also being housed in 4-star hotels. Earlier this year in Sicily, migrants had taken up residence in the Florio Palace until they were driven out by Palermo police. And in Germany, a church had its altars and crosses removed to accommodate the Muslim migrants. A German member of parliament has also called for introducing a compulsory labor program under which young Germans would be forced to spend a year in the service of migrants. Also in Germany, a refugees welcome organization based in Bonn posted a message commenting on a party that was held for migrants last week. During the celebration, female members of the refugees welcome group were sexually molested by the refugees. Migrants in the Netherlands who previously complained about slow internet and not being given enough money to buy cigarettes are now sleeping on the streets in protest against not having televisions in all their rooms. The migrants are being housed in the former Ministry of Social Affairs and Employment, and while such facilities are apparently not up to standard for many of the migrants, the Netherlands is footing an 870 million euros a year bill to accommodate them, meaning each asylum seeker costs around 36,000 euros, despite the country currently suffering from a housing shortage.
We're gonna stay outside because we don't want to eat this food. We don't want to stay in this room because we run away from our country because of the situation, and now we live in the jails.
So what is inside the bag? Can you show?
Yeah, there are bread. حدا يهدي مني. Cheese. Can see. And this. Milk. Tea. Chocolate. And coffee.
And why don't you want to eat this?
Because every day it's same food.
You can just eat, sleep, use the slow internet. It's so bad.
I want money, yeah. I want money because I want to smoking.
No service.
Europe is under a full-scale invasion, similar to what transpires during a world war, except this invasion and all of the brutality and economic hardship associated with it rolls out in the name of a left-wing New World Order agenda that the average European doesn't recognize until it's too late. John Bound for Infowars.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, Infowars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch the asylum Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.